If you find yourself watching this video, congratulations, you most likely tore your bicep tendon like myself. Uh, the very first thing I did after I found out that I had a distal bicep tendon tear was go on YouTube and look at a bunch of other videos of other people that did it as well, just to kind of try to figure out, what to expect and what was normal and what was abnormal for everybody else. Obviously, not everybody's going to heal the same. The timetable is going to be different for everybody. But just kind of having an idea of what to expect is what I was looking for. And that's what I'm hopefully going to be able to give to you guys if you find yourself in the same position as me. So anyways, my name's Josh. I'm 36, and I tore my bicep. I always thought if I was going to have that kind of an injury, it would happen in the gym. However, mine happened playing softball, which is just incredible to me because I've been playing baseball and softball pretty much my entire life. Swung a bat over 1,000,000 times, never had any issues, and for whatever reason, about a week and a half ago, when I swung, instantly felt the snap, pop, whatever you want to call it, and dropped the bat, walked off the field. Was pretty sure I knew what happened, was trying to be optimistic that it wasn't the case, but went to the ER, and they didn't have a absolute answer for me until the next day when I met with the orthopedic specialist and surgeon, and they just offered me an MRI, but he was 99% sure that he knew that I had tore it. So did the little hook test, and nothing there, plus the bruising, and with what I told him happened, they pretty much knew what happened. So anyways, that was July 8th was the tear, and I had surgery July 10th, and was planning on making a video pretty much every week, just kind of going over the progress and what to expect. And I'm a day late, but that's okay. So the first thing I'll say is it sucks. I feel bad for you guys if you're in this position also. A few years ago I had an Achilles tear, and that healed up fine. It just takes time. So I kind of figured, if I was able to get over the Achilles tear, which is a way more serious injury, I should be able to get through this. It's definitely frustrating, hearing them tell you, you can't pick up more than a coffee cup for 6 weeks. So as much as the physical pain, it definitely it's an emotional shock, kind of messes with your head a little bit. I'm pretty religious, going to the gym at least 3 days a week, and then knowing that you can't do that for a while it's tough. But going back to the actual surgery itself, mine ripped clean off the bone, and apparently that's better than the alternative when the tendon actually severs, when they have to sew the tendon back together. My surgery was different, where it tore off the bone, so they had to drill a hole into my wrist bone, basically, or forearm here, and then clean off the end of the tendon, pull the tendon through, put a little button or anchor, whatever you want to call it, on the other side just to hold the tendon in place, and then sew you back up and go from there. But you can see right here is where it tore. Still have my bandages on there. You get pretty bruised up pretty good. Anyways, as far as the actual surgery, you know, when you come out, it hurts. I was surprised at how, like, I mean, your arm it's just so tight because of the tendon. You know, you're basically taking something that was however long and shortening it because I got to stretch it out. So, I was in a sling for a couple days with the wrap, and then I think it was 3 days after surgery, took the wrap off, and you know, that part was probably the most difficult. You know, kind of seeing all the bruising and, you know, the actual, like, where it was cut open and stuff. So that kind of psychologically, I guess you'd say, like, messes with you a little bit. I definitely shed a few tears. So, you know, if you're a guy and you do the same thing, I'm a baby too, it's okay. So then going from there, I have a 2-week checkup next Thursday where I'll meet with the specialist, and they'll kind of tell me, you know, what to expect going forward. So as of right now, the only timetable I have is not supposed to lift anything more than a coffee cup weight, which unfortunately my wife has caught me doing more than once. It's just really hard to, you know, like, my arm doesn't really hurt right now. I mean, I know obviously I'm not supposed to use it, but you just get so used to being able to use 2 hands for everything. So it's hard to, like, not reach for something with your left hand when you're really used to doing it. So I know other people have the their arms in the sling all the time. My surgeon suggested, you know, if I need a rest for my arm, basically, to have it in the sling. Otherwise, it's free to let it hang, just not to stretch it too much. So you're kind of always have it as at a little bit of an angle like that. As far as moving forward with, like, the gym, I guess the only positive that could come out of this would be training my legs 3 days a week instead of just one. So hoping that while my upper body shrinks into nothing, that we can at least, you know, build up the lower body a little bit more. And then once the 6 weeks is up, I guess I don't really know as far as, like, how to approach going back into it. If there might be some physical therapy involved. They kind of said that's not as necessary as other injuries. You're basically just waiting for the bone and the tendon to heal and then go from there. So yeah, I mean, I've seen some other videos of people that still go to the gym and work out, like, their good side that is still healthy. My only issue with that is that I know this arm is going to atrophy due to not using it at all. So the last thing I want to do is keep working on, you know, my one side that's good, and then you just get even more off balance. That was a big issue with my Achilles injury, is just the atrophy. I mean, I didn't have big calves as it was already, but yeah, that was pretty tough to see, you know, basically a straight, you know, from my knee down, having absolutely no calf muscle at all. And that was in 2021. And I mean, I'm still battling that as far as, like, the size difference between the two. So, yeah, I mean, I know it's coming, and, you know, it'll be tough, kind of seeing, like, the size go away and everything, but I'm just trying to remind myself that, you know, you got to heal first, and then, you know, go from there, however slow of a process that is. I know eventually, you know, I should be able to get back to where I was, or at least close, and then just hopefully not injure myself anymore in the process. But yeah, as of right now, I mean, hasn't been too much, like, arms are pretty much the same size right now, but I mean, I'm only a week out of the surgery, so I know it's got to get smaller before it can get better. So yeah, the plan is every week to kind of check in. If I feel like if there hasn't been much progress or whatever, then maybe it might be every 2 weeks or so. But yeah, this is just the first one. Like I said, if you are down the road, maybe in a year or two, you find yourself in my position now and you're watching this, hopefully, videos after this get a lot better with like more positive. But yeah, we're still just in the healing stage. And then yeah, I mean, so if it happened to you too, I feel for you. It's not fun, but injuries happen, and I mean, I'm lucky enough to have a wife who's very supportive and is taking good care of me in the meantime. So I can't, I don't know if everybody has that. I'm fortunate enough to have that right now. So the last thing I wanted to bring up is like where my pain level is right now. And again, I'm 1 week post surgery, a week and a day. And the actual like incision, like where they cut in and sewed up, is really not bothering me all that much. The bruising looks a lot worse than it is, and honestly I think some of this yellow might be from the surgery. It might not even be a bruise, but definitely the purple is. But yeah, the actual right here, the weirdest part is anytime I kind of move my arm like this, it just feels like there's something foreign in between, like where my elbow crease is. Like if you were to put like a ball or anything in between and you kind of go like that, you can feel it in there. So that's kind of not fun to deal with. But as far as like the actual like bicep, there's really no pain in here. It's just a little tight there. The biggest issue I'm having is this part right from about here to here in my top of the wrist has been, some pretty significant pain. And I mean, I'm kind of a bitch when it comes to that kind of stuff, so I don't know exactly how painful it is, but for me it's been an issue. So I've been hitting the ibuprofen pretty hard and whatever pain medication they prescribed to me. But other than that, it kind of sucks seeing all the other videos and knowing like your bicep will probably never look like it did before. A lot of the videos I see, like, even after it's fixed and when they're fully recovered and they, flex their bicep, it's like the peak looks way different than the other one. So that part sucks. I mean, it is what it is, but like I said, there's a lot of not just physical, but like mental aspects. Mental hurdles you gotta get over. I mean, this happened in the middle of summer and I kind of fucked the rest of my summer up. And we have 3 small kids that love to roughhouse and play, and you got to keep reminding them, daddy can't do this and that. Thankfully they got the message and I haven't had anybody land on my bad arm yet or anything like that. So yeah, I think that should pretty much do it for this first one. In a week after I see the specialist, I'll post another and kind of tell you what they said and any improvements from now to then, hopefully. I mean, kind of able to, I don't remember which is which, supinate and pronate, but I mean, I can pretty much turn this all the way, but turning it the other way is pretty painful. So I'm not gonna push it too much. But anyways, again, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you are going through this shit. It fucking sucks. There's no way to sugarcoat it, but we'll get through it together. So until next time.